Welcome back. I'm Randy Bueller, now joined by Gerard Fabiano. Congratulations.
Yo, I thank you. I literally I'm sweating. I had to go to the kitchen to get a drink. I was so nervous playing against Tom. I have, the utmost respect for Tom. I think he's like a great player. He's an honest player, and you also never know what he's gonna do. And when he does something, he like does it so fast and so scary. Like even that last turn when he's like defiant strike, defiant strike. I was like, oh my god, what is he gonna do? Um, but yeah, I was more nervous playing this week than the Invitational top eight last week. I mean, for the Invitational top eight, I was happy I made top eight. We did like an even prize split. I obviously wanted to win, but I just wasn't nervous. But against Tom, I was like, man, so definitely really happy,
Yeah, that's awesome. Nice job at the Invitational, too, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. That this should put me in good position for the Players Championship again. I got 20 points. Um, And yeah, I mean, I was super happy. I went 7-1 in Legacy with Blue Red Delver. I think it's an awesome deck. And I went 6-1-1. Well, actually 5-1-1 with Blue Black Control. Eric Smith conceded to me in one of the later rounds. He was just crushing the tournament, so it worked out well. And tomorrow starts the first day of school, so
Uh,
I'm happy to be going to school with the playoffs in mind.
yeah, next week, you got to show up with a new deck.
Yeah,
You're in the top six one way or the other.
yeah. I really hope Kaneo wins. If Kaneo wins 2-0, that means I get a bye or something.
Oh,
So
I hadn't really thought through the Josh Luce scenarios. Is that how it works out?
yeah, so I mean, if I ever need Andrew Caneo to win 2-0, it's for this match.
Because you got the 2-0 win, so picked up no game losses. That's good. Yeah,
Exactly.
we can
And
throw up the detailed standings. I think we've got all of those numbers if we can pull that up. Right.
yeah,
So Josh has a game loss and 4 game wins. You now have 5 game wins, the 2 game losses.
yes,
So if Josh gets swept, you win the group and probably get a bye.
yeah, probably right.
Right. 2 of the 3 group winners will wind up with buys. So you certainly
Okay,
got to win the group to be one of those 2/3.
sure. So it's like I'm definitely rooting for Caneo. Obviously, I like Josh, I like Caneo, but here it's probably. I mean, it's whatever. Whatever happens, happens.
Even if Josh loses 2-1, you've got it, right? Because Josh will have 3 game losses and you only have
No,
two.
Josh only has one game lost there, right?
Yeah, but if he loses 2 to
Oh
1,
wow, you're right.
you
That's
just need
crazy.
Andrew to win. You don't need him to sweep because you swept. So your
Yeah,
2-0 means all you need Andrew to beat Josh and then you win the group.
and that means that I would be invited to the Masters thing, the 12
If
man
you get the
Masters.
bye, then you get to the Super League Championship. That's
Oh
right.
my
Or by the
god.
way, you can just win your first round. The top
Yeah,
4, which means the 2 people with buys and the 2 people who without buys who win. So
yeah.
you got all kinds of outs here, buddy.
Okay, you want to hear a pretty funny story? So
Please.
you know how? Okay, so Randy set up this awesome, standard Super League, Legacy, or Vintage Super League. It's like, I always wanted to be part of it. I was part of it. He sent this like long email. Like obviously I didn't read anything, and I literally thought that you could switch your deck, and I thought I was only playing against Kaneo. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna metagame and play this deck that's definitely gonna be Kaneo. And then you were like made an announcement, like, yeah, you gotta play with this deck. I was like, oh my god, I should have read that. And you know, as you can see, I played like a learn to the past in my sideboard. My deck was geared to beat Kaneo. Um,
Yeah, we
so
can take the standings down at this point. That's
yeah, so
hilarious. You thought, yeah. Obviously, we've certainly messed around with the format a little bit, but the whole deck was just anti-Andrew. That's what you're telling me.
yes, yes. And then I was like, maybe I shouldn't make it too obvious. So I'll just throw in two ultimate price. And then I got bit in the ass because I had to play against Jeskai and Heroic, but luckily I squeaked out a win. So
That's funny.
yeah, but
Wow.
definitely pretty cool. And so who's up next? Who are we watching?
We have Sam versus Owen.
Oh wow! So
Yeah.
two players who just made top four at the World Championships.
Yeah, our group of Jeff is now 3/4 of the world championships top 4 and Brad.
Yeah. So I mean, and Brad also played the World
Oh
Championship.
yeah, no, Brad's obviously also awesome, but yeah, pretty
So
well named group. So no big deal, just Sam and Owen. I'm sure they would have liked to have played in the finals of Worlds, but
yeah. Well,
Sam lost the quarter or semi.
I'm not gonna lie. I had both Seth and Owen for my fantasy team. So once they made the finals, I was just like, okay, I win. It was pretty easy. But hey, really quick question: Did you commentated on the finals or no?
I commentated on the semi, and then I was
On
in the
this,
desk for the finals itself.
okay, yeah. So for the finals, do you remember? And I was watching it with Jeff Fung coming home from the Invitational. Do you remember that one turn where Seth had down a Soren token, and Owen was on 8 life, and the commentators were saying he's like 1 point short? I really
Yeah,
thought he could have ticked up Soren, then he could have played Abzan, making the token a 5 power,
right.
then play Siege Rhino after combat and win. Was that not a line? Did you notice that or no?
I don't. Did he have 7 mana yet? I'm not sure he had 7 mana at on that turn.
Hmm. I thought, yeah, I'm not sure.
I
Or
mean, they were
maybe,
definitely. I know they were thinking about how Abzan Charm could be 2 counters. I know they were thinking about the Sorin Plus and the Siege Rhino. I don't remember it well enough to say for sure,
okay.
but yeah, I feel like they considered that.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what?
what?
Maybe the colored mana was off.
Yeah, I don't know, but me and Jeff were like, yo, like, Seth has it. And then he took a while, and then he took a different line that was obviously good as well. But it was just kind of interesting. I got to go back and watch it, and then
Yeah, all right.
see.
Well,
Yeah.
let's get
Yeah.
down to this match.
Okay.
Let's watch Sam Black and Owen Turtenwald, both fresh off a top four at the World Championships a couple of days ago at PAX. Now they battle for a playoff spot. Everybody in the group of death is 1-1. They happen to be paired such that somebody's got to win. Whoever
Yeah,
wins
I
this
mean,
match will be 2-1. Whoever wins the other match from the group of death will also be 2-1. That one will be Paul Rietzel versus Brad Nelson. Those will be our two winners.
yeah, this is gonna be
Sam's
a
looking a
close
little
match.
extra handsome here, don't you think, Gerard?
Oh yeah, he really is. All right, there he is. Well, I'm still there. Okay, so let's see. Um, who do you think's the favorite in this matchup,
I
deck
feel
wise?
like I feel like the Constellation deck is able to just kind of gum up the grounds and make it
Yep.
really hard for Sam to attack him.
Yeah,
That's
I
my.
think the same thing. Does Sam have Herald of Torment?
It's a fine question. If he
I
does,
think no, no, yeah, I think he has two because I remember watching him like 2 weeks ago. Unless I was
yeah,
dreaming. Yeah,
he
because I remember.
has. Oh, he has three. He has
Oh, he has
three.
three. Okay, yeah. So that's going to be like pretty good, I guess.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, it'd be pretty close. It looks like Owen's hand is like a little slow. He has a couple of tap lands. He could go like turn 3 Courser, but by that time he might be under like a decent amount of pressure because Sam's draw is like pretty smooth here.
Yeah, it is.
Oh wow, what a good draw! I was
And,
just
and
saying, yeah, literally like Owen's best draw. I mean, that's why Owen, is one of the best. And I think I think he also might have kept it on top of that temple. So
yeah, these guys we're ranked number 8 and number 10 in the world going into Worlds. I'm sure both those numbers will get smaller when the new rankings come out on Thursday.
yeah, I think
Rankings
Owen.
come out every Thursday, so we're not behind the times. They just haven't officially calculated and released them yet.
Yeah, I think Owen picked up like 11 points, which is just insane because
Seth picked up like 17.
yeah, like both those guys are like almost guaranteed platinum again.
Certainly in good shape for it.
Yeah, really, really awesome. Really happy to see both Owen and Seth do well. Both really nice guys, and obviously Owen really wanted it, but somebody had to win, somebody had to lose, so it's magic. So it looks like this turn Owen is probably just going to play the Courser first, and then see what he has going on top of his deck. Does that seem reasonable?
Looks like it.
Yeah, and he's going to be able to gain a life. I mean that Herald of Pantheon is just so good for the deck. Yeah, so Owen does exactly what we thought.
It's nice to be able to play Courser on turn 3 without any acceleration. I mean, I guess the Herald counts as acceleration.
Yeah, I mean normally
So
you can only do it with like a Sylvan Caryatid. That's like the
yeah,
most common one, but yeah, exactly, yeah. So
right,
Owen actually gains 2 life this turn, one from the land, one from the Herald.
funny. That is
Yeah.
Owen's library face up with the Courser. He's got to try to attack through in and see what he can do.
Yeah,
He's a pretty good blocker though.
so he levels up um, the warrior. Is that guy a warrior? I'm forgetting his name. The first tree, something first tree.
Warden of the first.
Yeah, Warden. Okay, yeah. So he is a warrior. Still,
He's
okay.
a warrior now.
Yeah. I mean, if you're Owen, do you think you block here? It's a little risky, right?
What's he gonna do?
I think it looks like he's blocking.
He did block.
Yeah, he did block.
Right,
Okay,
took
yeah,
three.
yeah. I
Sam's
mean,
playing Siege Rhino.
yeah, it's like a little risky because if Sam has Abzan charm, Owen loses his guy. But like also, it's risky for Owen not to block because then he's just taking unnecessary damage.
Yeah, it's really only abs on Charm that gets him.
And Jermoka's command, right? Does Sam play those?
Oh, sure. I'll buy that.
Yeah, but I guess if it's Jermoka's command, he gets blown out anyway. Because like pre-combat, he probably goes fight your guy, sack an enchantment. So Owen knows it's not Jermoka's command. There's definitely a lot of play in this matchup. A lot of thinking and
Well, I mean,
stuff.
there's a lot of play, but there's also like if Owen just keeps tapping his mana and casting spells,
Yeah,
he's just making Sam's life miserable. He's gaining life off the enchantments. He's gaining life off the land. He's playing out all these good blockers. Like Sam had a pretty good aggro curve, and he's gotten Owen all the way down to 16.
it sounded like you were going to say six, and you're like 16. and now Sam just has two lands in his hand. Um, Basically, I guess his plan is to monstrous the lion, and then start, or maybe just start going to work on the warden in the first tree. Maybe that's like Sam's only out. Andy Boswell tells me stories how like he won with like 10 lands and like one warden in the first tree because he just kept pumping it.
Yep.
So it might be like Sam shouldn't even have attacked with the lion and just spend his mana only on the warden.
Well, he needs
I'm not.
6 for the
I'm
next
not too
one,
sure.
right?
Well, doesn't he have to go 2, then 4, then 6?
He's done the. Oh, sure.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I don't know. Sam's a great player, so it's tough to really question like any of these guys.
I'm willing to question how the hell Sam's going to win this game.
I think it only has to be the warden. I think it's either the warden or if he top decks the Herald of Torment. I think those are like two ways to win this game. Now, what does that enchantment actually do? Does it make all his guys enchantments, or
Which
like all his enchantments
Oh,
creatures?
Starfield of Nyx? At
Yeah.
the beginning of his turn, he gets to get an enchantment out of his graveyard and bring it back into play.
Okay, so it never
And
does.
if he's got 5 or more enchantments, then the non-auras come to life. It's opalescence.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought it was. So
Doesn't affect itself though, so it's not actually doing anything here other than letting him bring stuff back. Like Brain Maggot can essentially chump block forever now,
yeah, definitely makes sense.
and he could wind up attacking with a Banishing Light someday.
Yeah, I do think that just going for the warden plan is the best. So I think that's what Sam's going to do, just because he has no other options. But even last turn,
Yeah, he's got to go to the air,
yeah,
and now he's set up here to pay 4, untap, pay 6.
either go to the air or just make that guy so big that own, because that thing tramples too. So that's like one way to get through.
Sure.
Yeah,
Man, Owen's just got everything.
yeah.
Idle on, Doomwake Giant. Crazy.
It's really interesting how Owen's deck could just go so wide. Like you're saying, like it gums up the board. It doesn't gum up the board. It literally like glues the board down, and it's just insane. I mean, how many permanents does he have in play?
A lot.
Yeah, more than us could count to probably. And he's just picked up a banishing light. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
So yeah. So I mean, like even the warden plan is going to be foiled here.
Sam's seen enough. He knows he's dead. So
Yeah, it's. I mean,
no
we
longer
don't
has
want
a
to.
warden to bank on. He's just willing to go to his sideboard.
Wait, did he scoop?
Yeah, Sam scooped.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm. Oh, I should be watching it. Oh my god, what am I doing? I should be watching it on Skype.
Skype, yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching it on.
Watch the stream. You'll look 15 seconds in the past if you watch the stream.
Yeah. Okay. So this is better now.
No worries. Now,
Okay.
what do you think of the deck format here? I feel like Sam's deck is a little bit out of date in terms of Abzan aggro decks at this point. It's like Standard moves so fast that Sam submitted this deck, then Grand Prix London happened, then Worlds happened, and now he's got this like 3-week-old Abzan aggro deck that looks 3 months old somehow.
Yeah, I mean his deck is really old to be honest. His deck is like Andy Boswell's deck from that Open that he won like two
I
and a
think
half
that's
months
exactly
ago.
what it is. Like,
Yeah, I literally think it was like the first week of June or something. It was either like June or July. Now it's September. So yeah, I don't know. I mean,
it was late July, but sure.
okay. So, but yeah, definitely pretty old. It's actually funny because Andy actually went back to like his original abs and aggro list, and he got second at the World Magic Cup a couple of weeks ago. He played no hangerback walkers, and instead he played the Rashaka's Death Dealers.
Oh wow, sure.
Yeah,
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 Death Dealers turning into hangerbacks is certainly the big thing that got 5 people in the top 9 of London.
yeah, yeah. It's pretty funny because a lot of people were talking about how like Meneguchi like kind of worked on the deck a lot, but I think he got a lot of his information from Boswell. So we have to give credit to Andy as well,
All right, let's get down to game 2.
and to
Let's see.
Meneguchi. So both those guys. Okay, let's
Unravel the
see.
Ether seems like a good sideboard card for Sam. Self-inflicted wound seems good. We'll see how much game he's got here for game 2.
Look how good Owen's hand is. Like again, it looks so smooth.
Yeah, it does.
Like Mystic, Courser, Brain Maggot, plus like Hero's Downfall.
Now, do you play Courser on turn 2 with that hand, or do you play turn 2 Brain Maggot so you can turn 3 Courser without having
It's
fiddle hand?
it's pretty close. We have to see what Owen draws. It might even be right for him not to play the Mystic turn one, which he decides to.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
what I
was gonna
thought
say, he
Owen
only
might
had
do.
one land that came into play untapped, so it was either turn 1 Mystic off of Forest, didn't really set up any turn 2s. So
Yeah,
he
I
led the Temple. Makes a lot of sense, actually.
yep, exactly. You're definitely right. I think Owen's play is really good here. It also kind of sets it up where the Mystic's going to survive a turn. So
Yeah, he dodged a self-inflicted wound, didn't he?
yeah, for a turn. This is kind of interesting because Owen doesn't really want to take any damage, and he knows that Sam's still going to have Dramoka's Command in his deck, so he might just Hero's Downfall or Banishing Light. More likely Hero's Downfall because of the Dramoka's Command, and that's exactly what he does. So, is he playing a Rhino? You think here?
Yeah.
Yeah, here comes the Rhino. Kind of interesting.
Yeah. This information will probably be amusing to Owen. What you
Yeah.
got? Oh, I see how it is.
This is actually really, really good for Owen because Sam has no threats left. He could just banishing like the Rhino and then just make the game go long, and that's what Owen wants.
Yup.
Yeah, I feel like this might be a quick match. I felt me versus Tom took like an hour, and this might only take 10 minutes.
You versus Tom may have been the longest game of the season. The guys went at it for a while.
Yeah,
It was good stuff.
yeah, definitely. So there's a Warden. I mean, that's going to help a little bit, but Owen's going to just draw a lot of cards here. I mean, if he gets lucky, he could just hit 3 enchantments and just get them all.
Well,
And
Vanishing Light on top of his library.
yeah,
Certainly insight into that. Now it's, what about 2 of the next 5, right?
let's see. He's going to get a Doomway Giant, and what else? And like that Starfield. That's what I'm feeling.
How
Oh,
about
wow.
Eidolon to make giant?
Eidolon is definitely nice because this is going to replace itself. And I mean,
Wow.
if Sam uses his ultimate price now for some reason, then he's not even going to have an instant speed removal to stop the second enchantment.
Yeah, well, those were revealed at least. And the only
Yeah.
bad
Oh,
news
that's
for
true.
him is
Yeah.
he had to play a land to have the mana for the Crucifix's Insight, so, oh no, he's going to draw a Temple next turn.
Okay, so there's a Rhino. That's not terrible. But I mean, like Doomway Giant's just bigger than the Rhino. Owen still has the Banishing Light, and he's gonna get some more cards with Courser being in play and the Eidolon. So I'm thinking Owen's probably about 80% at least to win this game. Is that a fair assessment, Randy?
Yeah, I like Owen's chances a lot.
Yeah.
Sam doing what he can to slog through those creatures, but
Yeah, I mean Owen's on 11. It's pretty lucky for Sam that Owen doesn't have the Herald yet because that's one of his like nice sources of life gain.
Sure.
I think Owen only gained 1 life with the Courser, so it wasn't too devastating. There's an Urborg. Not really what Sam wants here.
all right. Well, I mean, he gets to clear the giant out of. Oh, he goes for the Brain Maggot so that he can
Yeah, so
unlock the ultimate price so that he can clear
Yeah.
the giant out of the way. Makes sense.
Yeah,
Gordon keeps chipping away.
but this is going to be a big turn for Owen. I think Owen's probably going to go Eidolon and Banishing Light.
Yep.
Yeah, so pretty good turn for Owen here.
But now Owen has to find an answer to the Rhino pretty quickly.
Doesn't he? Well, wow. Did he just
He
draw
just-
that second? Yeah, okay.
He already found it. I mean,
Yeah.
there are a lot of answers. I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, Rhino might have had a window.
But look what Sam drew.
Yeah, Dromoka's command.
Jamoka's command. So, oh my God! But look what Owen drew. The brain maggot.
What?
This is
Brain
like,
Maggot, take your Dromoka's command, draw a card. Banishing Light, kill your Rhino, draw a card.
wow. This is like that was a pretty good string of top decks from both players.
Yep.
Yeah. This one turn right here for Sam is going to be really important. He's like really hoping for a Jamoka's command. For any Sam Black fans out there, you got to chant the Jamoka's command.
Wow, Owen is gonna eschew the Brain Maggot in favor of Starfield of Nyx.
Really? Wow, this is.
He does get his beat down.
Oh yeah, that's
The
why.
Lights head for the red zone, but now
Ooh,
they can be ultimate priced.
yeah. Wow, this is crazy because they're mono white. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that was such a great job for Sam.
Crazy.
So,
Starfield beatdown. Now Owen does
oh
also
wow, dude. Owen just wait. Does Owen lose or no? He
what?
could.
Rhino.
He gets Rhino. Then he fights Eidolon. Wait, how does it work with Jamoka's command? Can he, like Owen, can't sacrifice
I think he can unlock one Rhino and then have the Rhino fight the Banishing Light to unlock the other
the
Rhino.
other Rhino? Yeah, exactly. So he just wins.
It's not about the sacrificing enchantments part of Dromoka's command. It's just the fight ability. Like, yeah, this Rhino comes into play, drain you for 3. There's not enough enchantments.
Enchantments, yeah.
Turned off.
Oh no! Wow. So,
Starfield turned off. Can no
okay.
longer fight Banishing Light.
So maybe Sam has to just wait and hope Owen plays another enchantment. So now Owen needs to not play another enchantment or not return something. Let's see if Owen.
Brain Maggot first. Wait, Brain Maggot, you can Dromoka's command on the stack. How
Yeah,
does Owen not play an enchantment? How does that work, Gerard?
Can he miss this trigger or how does that work? It's a May. Wow, I think Owen's gonna see it. Owen's so good, he's gonna see this play.
You think?
I don't know. It looks like he's returning it.
Sam had to draw perfect. Like, Owen saw his hand, and then there was a draw step that he declined to Brain Maggot because he wanted to play Starfield. Then there was a draw step, and it turns out both draws were perfect. Unbelievable. Sam Black is going to fight a Banishing Light to unlock a second Rhino to drain Owen to death.
No, but look what Owen drew. Hero's Downfall.
What is that? Downfall in his response?
Yeah, he's got a downfall in a response. This is great. He just drew that, right?
Yes. Now, if the Rhino dies, so what are the exact modes on Dromoka's command? I assume it's target player sacrifices an enchantment and then also fight. Right.
Yes.
So he has to kill the Siege Rhino, and then he has to sacrifice an enchantment that isn't going to unlock a Siege Rhino. What a crazy game!
I think the chat said that he already had a downfall, and we just didn't see it. I don't know, but I'm excited. That's all I know.
This game's crazy. This is awesome.
Yeah, it really is. But Owen's still on 2 life, right?
Yes.
So imagine Sam just untaps and draws another Rhino.
Then Sam wins.
And Sam's on 17. Owen doesn't have enough damage, right?
I mean, Sam gets a draw or 2, but I mean, we've already seen 2 of the Rhinos.
Okay, yeah. I think Sam might get one more draw because Owen's dealing him a decent amount of damage if he has enough enchantments, which I think he will, even after the sacrifice.
I think I agree with you. I mean, he's got to sack something, and he's got to sack something that doesn't unlock a Rhino. He also has to Hero's Downfall. I think mostly he's deciding how to play the rest of the turn, right? Because the Hero's Downfall on the Rhino part is forced.
Yeah.
What's the order? If he wait a minute. If he sacrifices an enchantment to the first ability, then Banishing Light is no longer a creature when we get to the second ability, right?
I believe so. I'm pretty bad with the rules, so I'm just gonna whatever you say. I'm just gonna go with.
Like I thought.
I think we got confirmation that it should happen.
Yeah. So if he sacks an enchantment, then the fight fizzles.
Yeah, sack the maggot to turn off the Starfield. That's what Dever says in the chat. I'm not sure if that's the best play. It could be.
Which means Sam misplayed his Dromoka's command, right? Well, I guess he's going to kill the Rhino anyway. I mean, that's not unreasonable.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm not too sure, but this game has been pretty exciting and a really back and forth. So it looks like Owen is now at 2 still. The board
Yep.
is cleared.
He sacrificed a brain maggot that didn't have anything under it.
Yeah,
From his hand.
I think Owen's probably just gonna play the brain maggot here just to draw.
I mean, it also turns all his enchantments back on, right? Or is he down to 3 now?
No, yeah, it does. Yeah, so he'll be able to get in for 8 damage. It looks like.
Yep.
Yeah, so Sam's dead next turn. So basically Sam has 1 draw to draw something
Yep.
good. Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty big draw. I kind of want to cover my screen and like slow roll with my hand and see what color it is first. Here, let me do it. Don't look at Randy.
Don't
I'll
tell
slow
you.
over both of us. Yeah, just don't look. All right, it's let's see. Let's see. Oh, it's a spell. It's not a land. Oh, it was gold too.
It even cost a green and a white.
I know. It was pretty close to Jamoka's command, although I don't even know if Jamoka's command would have done it. Rhino definitely would have done it.
Yeah, I think he was drawing to 2 rhinos.
Yeah,
And
probably.
now Owen Turtenwald with Starfield of Nyx. Sam
That's awesome.
almost managed to but the Starfield turned to the Vanishing Lights back into enchantments after he killed the first one. He couldn't unlock both rhinos at the same time. Owen survives on 2 life, and Owen Turtenwald is through to the finals. He's going to be in our playoffs. One way or the other. Maybe he'll win the group. Maybe he won't win the group. Maybe he'll get a bye. We'll figure that out.
That was
The
an
rest of the
awesome
dust
match.
settles. But we know he's definitely going to be in the top 2 from the group of death. He's definitely going to be playing the playoffs next week.
That's awesome. So before I go, I got to ask you, what time is Kaneo playing? Because I'm going to stay up. What time does Andrew and Josh play? I have school tomorrow, first day of school, and I'm going to stay up all night and watch it.
They're match 5.
They're match 5, so that's going to be after midnight.
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. Yeah, it depends. Well, whatever.
Now? Yeah, it's going to be around tonight. Your
Okay,
time.
well, yeah, I'm staying up. So
It's all Josh's fault. Josh was playing in a soccer league. He had a soccer league match tonight, so I slid him.
Soccer league match. Wow.
All right. Well, we'll let you continue to sweat. Next up, we have the other match from the group of death. It's going to be Brad Nelson playing against Paul Rietzel, Marshall Sutcliffe, and our newly victorious Owen Turtenwald are going to do the commentary. So stay tuned, guys. We will be right back with more Standard Super League.
See you guys.